Hello, dear students. I'm glad to see you. The theme of our lesson – a dangerous sport. Здравствуйте, ребята! Тема сегодняшнего урока – опасный спорт. Firstly, I'll give you general information about sport. Для начала давайте с вами поговорим о общей информации про спорт. Sport makes you strong and healthy. Спорт делает тебя более сильным и более здоровым. Sport makes you disciplined. Спорт тебя дисциплинирует. It is a good way to meet people even from other countries. При помощи спорта можно встретить других людей, познакомиться с другими людьми из разных стран. Sport is beautiful. Sport is exciting. Спорт прекрасен и восхитителен. But sport may be very dangerous. Но в то же время спорт может быть очень опасным. Sport takes a lot of time and energy. Занятие спортом забирает большое количество времени и энергии. Sport needs only work and hard work. Нужно постоянно работать, когда ты занимаешься спортом. As a result, people have broken legs and arms. В результате люди могут ломать ноги или руки. Famous sportsmen became disabled persons. Известные спортсмены становились инвалидами. And many sports people use anabolic and drugs. И другие многие спортсмены принимали анаболики или наркотики для поддержания физической формы. Open your copybooks, write down the date and write down classwork and put different reasons for and against of sport in a table, positive sides or negative sides. What reasons can you add and which argument do you agree or disagree with? Откройте свои тетради, запишите число, классная работа на английском языке и перечертите себе данную таблицу. Positive sides – это положительные моменты в спорте. И negative sides – это отрицательные моменты в спорте. Укажите данные моменты, исходя из предыдущей информации. Либо вы можете добавить свои причины. Let's read the text at page 29, A Dangerous Sport. I will read this text for you, and you should listen to me very attentively. А теперь давайте прочитаем с вами текст на странице 29. Опасный спорт. Слушаем внимательно. This is the story of two ambitious mountain climbers, Joe Simpson and Simon Yates, whose story was later turned into a film touching the void, which was extremely successful. Joe and Simon managed to climb the west face of Ciudad Grande in Peruvian Andes. After reaching the top, Joe and Simon decided to go back down via the North Ridge, an extremely risky but faster route. Their climb had already taken much longer than they had intended because of bad weather. So it wasn't possible for them to melt ice and snow for drinking water anymore. It was getting dark too, and they knew they needed to descend quickly to the glacier about 1,000 meters below. Joe slipped and fell, breaking his leg. Both Simon and Joe were in shock. They were at a height of 6,000 meters. They were freezing. They had no communication with the base camp, and there was no chance of a rescue helicopter or any other form of outside help. The situation was really dangerous, not just for Joe, but for both of them. As an enormous snowstorm was beginning around them, Simon tied 2 ropes together, tied them around Joe, and started lowering his injured friend. Suddenly the rope got stuck between 2 rocks, and Joe was left hanging from a cliff over a huge crevasse. He tried desperately for more than an hour to pull his friend up, but without success. The situation was absolutely hopeless. Simon imagined both himself and his friend dying in the snow and ice. He didn't want to leave his friend alone, but he began to understand that there was no way he could save both his own life and that of his friend. For a moment, Simon felt like giving up, but then he decided to cut the rope and save his own life. Joe fell away, right down to the bottom of the crevasse. The next day, when Simon continued down the mountain and passed the area where Joe had landed, he saw nothing and assumed he was dead. But he wasn't. Joe had survived the fall. For the next 3.5 days, he continued to descend the mountain, crawling and hopping on one leg. He even managed to cross a glacier with no safety equipment or ropes. The others were amazed to see him. Joe's incredible determination and the fact that he hadn't given up under the most desperate conditions had helped him to save his own life.